time is like the present, and the present is here. Law Nation Sports, even on an off day, there's literally no days off. Come on with it. Yup. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove from my studios to yours? Come on with it. We're going to talk about this and that. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this.
Read it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Now it's here. What should I say? I am.
And 1. Come on. All right. Come on with it. Let's get it. Yeah, appreciate everybody, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. And happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I'm seeing some people saying happy 15 days from what do you call that? Juneteenth, which, you know, I mean, that's a Texas thing, and that's an overall thing. I get it, you know, but happy all the melanated stuff and everything. And yeah, so happy all of those days. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves and everything, and especially those who live in Turtle Island. We can go deep. Or y'all want me to stay surface level? You know, we can go deep with it. So none of these days. Yes, indeed. If you really, really, really think about it, you know, entire America, you know, we can go into the Tartarians. We can go into the original Nile River is here, you know, which is the Mississippi River. We can talk about the original Egypt that's here. But no, we don't want to get too deep, right? But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation. On this day, there's a lot of stuff that's been rolling and rumoring around. Stephon Gilmore, we need him here, and every day is our day. Hey, that's right, Ivan Riley. Yeah, appreciate you, baby. And Naptown, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Sadiq, Jameson Taylor, appreciate you, man. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in, and shout out to the Great Reset Day. You know, every 4,000 years we reset or something like that, I read. But Andre, both day. Appreciate you. Thanks, 9,000, man. Appreciate you, man. But we are here, and we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys Day. The season really needs to kick off real quickly. It do. But it is always great to see our guys and still working. Around this time last season, it was Brandon Laurie. He posted this, and with that, he said that basically, can't you believe it's been 1 year since this photo? Again, don't freak out. This is from 2024. And, of course, below is 44 things that happened last season, ultimately to define the 2024 season. 24 season was a season of a lot of injuries, a lot of shortcomings, a lot of upset moments, expectations everywhere. And I think history states that there's never been a coach on a lame duck year to win it all, right? And we were set up for failure. Now, I'm not trying to be negative Nancy here, but Dak Prescott stated that I think a few days ago that he is in his healthiest phase of his life than ever, right? And I get it. But last year around this time, there was a big dark cloud. Should you pay him? Should you not? Is he valued at 55 or is he valued at 60 million, right? And that was the talk track heading into week one. And he's with his Swedes, his boo thing, his fiance, his lady, and now they have two precious bundles of joy. I would say this, with being an independent person, it is always good to be able to do things on your own. But now that he got responsibilities, it's a whole different environment, right? But that's a whole nother conversation. I would tell you guys that with Dak Prescott heading into this season, he got his contract out the way. I've seen talk tracks and people saying that, hey, he faked the injury last season, which if that's your opinion, not mine, right? But the reality of it is going into this season, we are more equipped to win than last season. That is not even up for debate, right? We are more equipped to win this season than what we were last season. Now, Jerry Jones, let me pull this back up one more time with Jerry. Now, he's playing with a lot of fire with this young kid to the left of the screen, and his name is Micah Parsons, meaning that we got only a few weeks now before we head out to Oxnard. I would love for the Cowboys to go ahead and pay said Parsons so that you don't have to worry about that dark cloud, because if the Cowboys continue to do the same thing over and over again, you already know what that situation is. You already know what the situation is. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is what, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, let me know. But neither here nor there. As we stroll around, I'm just going to say this too. There are some guys who got some work in, and one of my mantras here is I'm always work, right? And I love seeing these people taking their time out their day working. And the linebacker, Kenneth Murray, is spending his fourth right now at the start, putting in work. Never stop, happy fourth, and that's Kenneth Murray on IG. So he's not showing everything, but he's letting you guys know that I put in some work. Time for me to hit the tub, the hot tub, or the mineral salt water to get everything back and be equipped and ready for the 2025 season. One of our biggest issues with the Dallas Cowboys been on the linebacker side. Yeah, ain't this right, Morale? It says insanity. Thomas Thompson says insanity. Shout out to you, TT. And Ty Cowboy says, it's the Cowboys. All love show VIP. I ain't see you in a minute, dog. Hope all is well. I know you with your little one and doing great things as a father. But I will say this. With the Cowboys, linebacker room, don't let him be, even if he's just right at average, right? Don't let him be that, we just need a linebacker. And he fits the mold and all of the good stuff. Of course, he's a former first-round draft pick or second. I think he's a former first. I just think that with Kenneth Murray and how Matt Eberflus and Bangaza, how you say that guy's name, the linebackers coach, how they spoke glowingly of him, as well as to a degree, Shotty, they all spoke glowingly of him. And if you look back at his career, I don't think that he ever had, now these are not bevies of excuses, but this is just context that I want to add to the table. I don't think that he had a true defensive coordinator to coordinate some stuff. You got to be able to coordinate. And I just don't think that he had that, you know. And consistency is everything. I appreciate you. Normally I'm not live during this time. I just figure since I've been with family all day, I just be with my other side of the family, man. You know, that's you guys, right? So let me know if you guys are enjoying the stream by pressing 3 in the chat. Put 3 in the chat. I love that. If you've been following the channel, not for a long time, but even a short time, you will hear me say these things. Here's the Cowboys rookie, Siobhan Revel, is also putting in work. A man should work by the sweat of his brow. You know, that type of thing. I love it. Let me see if I go to my Twitter. Let me go to my Twitter page. Hold on. Let me go to my Twitter page because I want to be able to pull. Where my damn page at? Hold on. Y'all bear with me, man. Where my page at? You know, shoot, I got to go to my page. All right. Let me go to my page. Boy, I played with fire with that one because sometimes Twitter, boy, I'm telling you. All right, so I put down here, all we need in life is to get 1% better. 1% better. And that's daily. If you guys been following me for a long time, I always stress the fact that you want to be 1% better. Cowboys Siobhan Revel, shout out to Brandon Laurie, he having his caption 1%. Now, I don't know if that's the battery or that's just him becoming 1% better. That would pay a lot because so many people strive to be 15, 20, 30, and it's a burnout. Burnout is a real thing. And if you can't pace yourself, you will burn out in life, right? So I'm not saying you do the marginal little things, but it's something about the impact of the smaller things, just like the impact of a compound interest, right? Just like I read in a book, whereas it states, be faithful over a few things, I make you ruler over many. See, people didn't know that they finna get the word tonight on Friday. You know, they sitting there like, man, I was about to drink my Hennessy and mix it up with some Alizé and make me an Incredible Hulk. Man, I don't know if kids do that these days. But just 1%. If you can find yourself being 1% better, 1%, at the end of the year, that's 365% better. And it could be something far as finance. It could be something far as looking for a job, looking for a career, because I recommend you look for a career, not a job, you know, because job is stand for just over being broke, basically just over broke. But if you can find yourself in a career, and if you in a job that you don't love and you don't like, then your other job will be finding the job or the career that you do like. That's just how it is. So you just chip away, knocking off the rough edges, and that's what Siobhan Revel is doing. And it's good to document stuff. You know, document the things that you are doing because you can look back and it becomes historical data that you can say, on this date, July 4th, I was in here and I posted 1%. But by the time next year around this time, he will be 366% better. You know, so that's how I look at it if you're starting from this particular spot. Now, I have a lot of reservations on Siobhan Revel, and there's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with that. Put me back up here. You know, put me back up here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with having reservations. There's some people that still have reservations on Dak. There's people that have reservations on, dare I say, the running back room. And that is ultimately okay. That is ultimately cool to understand that you're going to give these guys a little reservation. Prove it with me. Prove it to me that you belong in this building. So that's why it's necessary. As we got Independence Day in the title, it's necessary that you have your independent gumption, thoughts, ideology of this team, of these players, and not third opinions, not someone else's opinions, not 3-letter, 4-letter opinions. So when it's time for me to get out there to Oxnard, that's why I'm going to give you a mixture of both. When we view things, there will be some O-line work going on over there. I'm out there for at least a minimum of a week, right? If God allows. And there will be some times that we look at some development situation. There will be people that scale upwardly, and there will be people that scale downwardly, especially when the pads come on, right? And we all hope that the Cowboys do their due diligence and make sure that they tell us the truth. Yeah. And we get it. We understand. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's right, not a short time. Roland Review says, Auntie says, Smokey is innocent. Yeah. Come on with it, Smokey. They found out he was innocent. Cowboys trade. Let the AI speak upon.
Cowboy tray $19.99. Always appreciate the content, Lala. Love this team. Let's go. Oxnard Fund.
That take me all the time when she said go. Yeah, lady, you got to say go, you know. She tripped me out. But that's why it's good to be independent, you know, of your thoughts and your ideals. Now, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, right? And we say those things as it relates to that. No way. Boy, I'm telling you, people do some crazy stuff. All right. I was popping up on my, hold on. Like literally, like I say, TikTok and Instagram and the X app could be a dangerous place to go in blindly.
Charles, $20.
Yeah.
Blah, this is for the girls. To buy their Robux, whatever it is called.
Yeah. They giving me a little break on their Roblox, you know. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, they are playing now. What's the name of that game? They got like Daddy Long Legs and Mommy Long Legs. It's some Mommy Long Legs. It's a scary game. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Shoot, I was like, man, let me get on up out of here because, you know, I be looking into those games and trust and believe. Some poppy mommy long leg game that they playing, and it's crazy. And I would rather for them to play that now versus the Roblox because Roblox, shoot, they charge for every little thing, every little mission they charge for a little skirt, a little hat, you know, a flying carpet and all of that stuff. So, yeah, some poppy playtime. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know, they playing that game now. I remember back in the days, and I really appreciate you, Sadiq, so much for the support there, especially that $20 because, Cowboys Trey gave me $20, and then it's going to go to Roblox, and then it's going to go back to fill right back in. So, yeah. So, I appreciate it. Yeah, some of that stuff not safe. Yeah, morale. Yeah, but this is what happened when I flip back over to the X app. You know, we just freestyling today, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to uncover, but, you know, as the room fill up, I really appreciate it. All right, so this is what happened. I'm just sitting here. I flip back over, and I said, man, is this dude going to hit the concrete or what? You know, and my heart started beating for him. Like, why would you do that, man? Look, that dude is crazy. Like, look, true story. As old as I am, I'm not even finna jump from here into the pool. This man went to his balcony, stood tall, What if he slipped while he jumped? You know, it's just like the craziest thing ever that just be on these particular websites, man. That was crazy, man. This is a drilling rush. Like, this dude got a good, perfect bill of health. What if he slip? What if he fall, man? Yeah. And what if the water ain't deep enough, man? What if he missed the calculation? Look at him. He's shaking while he's jumping. And he got the GoPro on there. Hey. You know what? Sometimes when people do idiot stuff like this, sometimes I root against them. You know, I be rooting for death, you know. I watch Final Destination Bloodline, and I'm sitting here like, that's just crazy, man. What like who does this, man? He got good ACLs, good knees and everything. He need to give that to Trayvon Diggs. Excuse me, Diggs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This dude playing around with death. And I heard death don't like when you cheat him, you know. Yeah. And I think, I know I'm off subject, but I just think that this right here, he probably did it for free. He probably did it for free, y'all. He probably said, I bet you I can go up there on that floor and jump from my balcony into the pool. I bet you can't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. And then he does it. You know, it's just like crazy. And like he don't got no money on the line. You know what I'm saying? You know, no whip on the line, no house mortgage, none of that stuff. He just jumping over it's just crazy, man. Oh my gosh, man. Let me just get off of that. I was trying to find this clip. And I got to go incognito when I'm looking for these clips because I don't want the other wrong thing to pop up. You know what I mean? It's on these sites. Bear with me, y'all. And it should be already up here. I don't know where it went to. Maybe I got to go here. Bear with me, y'all. But that was just crazy. It just made my heart jump a little bit. Sometimes when you see stuff like that, you root against it. You're like, man, I hope he fall for dealing with death like that. You know? Yeah. Davies, yeah, he jumped. You couldn't get me to jump from just the pool side into the pool, you know. I'm saying I'm going to walk down these little steps and ease my way into the deep end, you know. That's how I do, you know. I know you're an expert swimmer, man, Davies, because what's the weather like in Oxnard, Davies? Let me know. Davies, if you don't mind, you know, I'm going to let people know. You in California. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to get to. Former Cowboy cornerback Stephon Gilmore, if he intends to play this season, he states, I want to play this year. It just got to be the right situation. Well, he know the terrain. He know the area. Why not? And he's been spotted in Dallas. I think he still got a condo in Dallas. Not going to tell y'all where it's at, but he still got a condo down here. But let's do what he said.
Before we wrap, this will be the last question. I'm sure people gonna want to know, man. Is Steph trying to play this year? When you gonna know when to hang up the cleats? What is it gonna be like for you this year?
I think, I want to play this year. It's just got to be the right situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be the right situation for me. So I'm not just gonna sign anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be the right situation. I still love the game. I still can contribute, and it just got to be the right place.
He said it got to be the right place. He still loved the game, and he still want to contribute. Davey states that it's 65 degrees in California. Yeah. And if you going out there to California, I recommend you to have like a little light jacket. You don't have to have a lot of clothes on, but a light jacket, a hoodie, right? Right. And especially if you're going out to the beach side, you know, you can still have your shorts on, but just make sure you cover up a little bit. Don't try to walk out there with your shirt off and say, I'm in California if you're going to get a cold. And that's one of the things you don't want to do. You investigate out there and you get a cold or something like that, and now you're not going to be able to do content. That's a message to my content creators. Now, if you're going out there just to have fun and watch the game, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I just want to, since I played that clip, I want to be able to share their podcast, the Money Down podcast. They got 1,100 subscribers. I want to be able to support them, just like you guys support me. just click that link right there and just tell them, man, Law Nation sent me over there, and that's how we do, bootleg promos, But shout out to them. And with that being said, let's continue to talk about this. Daniel states that Gilmore wants to come back to Dallas. Now, I'm torn between the aspect of players wanting to play for Dallas and the aspect of Dallas doing the right thing. Normally, when we start talking about Dallas, the things that we want, it don't happen. Like, we'll bang the table for a certain thing, and it will not happen. So I don't know if I should bang the table and say, Jerry and them, bring Stephon Gilmore back. Because Jerry and Steven and maybe Will McClay, I don't know, they act as if, though, they already have the answers to the test. And when it makes perfect sense, they do not want to do it for some strange reason. It got to be their unique ideal first. If you go back for the last 5, 10, 15 to maybe 20 years, whenever we want something, they go the opposite way. So we're going to have to figure out a way to do some reverse psychology, and get things going from there and that aspect. Shout out to you for just subbing to the channel. I'm from the Kick app. Appreciate you so much. Cowboys could have gotten Ramsey. Yeah. So that's just how it is, unfortunately, Yeah, so it's just the mystique of the Cowboys front office and Jerry and Steven and them. Whenever we want something collectively, they go the opposite. They go against the grain. We can be banging the table for X, Y, and Z things to happen, and it never manifests. So I'm just being objective with this analysis here and letting y'all know maybe you don't have to bang the table so hard for this kid to come back, right? And if he do come back, if he do find a way to come back, what number you going to give him to, by the way, Yeah. This is my Daniel states that, but Law, do you realize that this is the Stephen Jones bargain chip? He needs to get in Gilmore. Yeah, he need to bring him back. Yeah. Tor says on the Kick app, your Twitter and IG links are not working. I need to go into Kick app and update all of that. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. What are the underdogs? Honestly, because the rest of the league and their fans think that we are trash, which is hopefully working to our favor. This is from Thomas. And shout out to the Thomases there. I would say this, Thomas. I do like the ideology that everybody kissing the Eagles ASS. I love that. I do. What my t-shirt? My t-shirt.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. ELDS, Eagles.
I do love that. I love it. Look, we looking great. We are the best. And I do like the idea that everybody is saying that Jaden Daniels, the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, he's far superior and better than Rain Dakota Prescott. Oh, I love that. Every quarterback in the NFC East been to at least the NFC championship game, but Dak Prescott haven't been. I love that. I love Sierra Husband. Oh, he's gonna be the greatest thing that happened to New York and all of this stuff. I love them. I love them for kicking us up out of the situation here. I'm not mad at it all. I embrace it. I like it. When they doubt us and they count us out, come on with it. If they really wanted to, they was going to put Russell Wilson up there at number 10, you know? And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. To have Jaden Daniels, number 9. And there's some Washington fans right now still mad at him being number 9. Can you believe that? They're like, hey, he's better than Herb already. He's better than Baker Mayfield. He beat Baker Mayfield. You know, that's what they're saying already in Washington land, right? They are literally saying in Washington land, the Commodores, the Commodores, the Commies, right? That Jaden Daniels had a better year than Jalen Hurts. So they want him right there at 5. But, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. Best quarterbacks heading into the 2025 season. And they still got Dak Prescott up there, right? So I want Dak to still be counted out. I literally want them to continue to hate on the brother, which is cool, good business for us, you know, because it's better to hit them with the unknown and climb upwards than to hit them with the, oh, we already up here type of conversation. You see how they doing Pat Mahomes. They already putting Pat Mahomes in number 2. The man got more Super Bowls than everybody on his list. But that's a whole nother conversation because it's supposed to be a team sport, right? You know, no individualism. So, you know, and speaking of this, I wasn't going to this conversation, but since we freeballing and spitballing and all of this freestyling, did I say freeballing? Pardon me. But since we are freestyling, right? This guy had a great point, and let me get right to it. Say the Cowboys last in the division, Law. It's Cowboys Trey. Cowboys Trey says, say the Cowboys last in the division. Yeah. I from a biblical aspect, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Yeah. You know, we going to forever be first in this division. We the youngest. We going to be first. We going to get them. Yeah, it's just that we got areas of so many unknowns, and they don't know the temperaments of the coaching style that Shotty is about to beat these boys up. Matter of fact, let me go to that point before I go to the other point, because I do like the fact. No, I take that back. I love the fact that Shotty was like, hey, bring them rings up to the table, man. If you played and you won, bring them up, man, because I got to showcase. I want to bring in some good vibes, some good feelings. And I always thought that, where in the hell is that post? Hold on, let me go to my save catalog. Y'all probably already seen it. Okay, here we go. I like this. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I love this. Man, we should have been doing this, man. I would have had all of the greats. Everybody who ever won a championship, a ring, or even been to the divisional round or the championship round, they would have been here. All right.
City Kid Charles, $5. Excuse me, Law, but enough is enough. Jameson, you talk about everything up under the sun, but never about the Cowboys. You must donate 10.00.
Okay, all right. Well, now there's a lot of Jamesons. Are you talking about Jameson Taylor? She's saying that, yeah. The subject matter, if we are in the chat, you know, we're going to keep it to the category of the conversation. But if you start talking about, yeah, man, and I went fishing the other night and I slipped and bust my knee and I had to get some surgery done and they said the synovial fluid leaked out, man, nobody ain't trying to hear that. You know, we try to hear Cowboys conversation or something within the confines of sports, right? But I feel you. So y'all listen to what Sadiq Charles said, if not, she'll hold you in contempt. And you got to start paying them fines, man. Sure, she gave you a warning sign already. So back to this part right here. And shout out to Sadiq. I don't know which one with Jameson she talking about. But I'm going to try to get focused over here. Trending topic. And I should have did an independent video on this. But like I said, you know, we just spitballing over here. Trending, it says Cowboys head coach Brian Shottenheimer says he wants some of the legendary players in Dallas history to be in the building wearing their Super Bowl rings. He told Todd Archer, you know. He could have called me next time, Shotty. Call me, man. Hit me up. Yeah, Sadiq Charles states that it's Jamison Taylor. I'm talking about you, Jamison Taylor. So, Jamison, hey, get your act together, you know. I hope all is well with whatever you may be dealing with, but get your act together. All right, so I think the more of those guys are around, oh, he's on my page. He's on my mindset. Oh, yeah, how can you not like this or love it? I think the more of those guys are around, the more we see their Super Bowl rings, which they wear very proudly, by the way. I think that's a great for our guys because that's why we do it. We don't hide from that. Come on with it. So he want guys to come out here and wear those relics, wear those rings. I know it's been 30 seasons, 30 years, but there's something about contagious energy. Energy, let me tell y'all something. We going to be talking all topics, man. The people that's going to watch this on Rewind, because I see it's a very low participation. But the people that's going to be watching this on Rewind, they're going to be like, yeah, man, this dude is cooking, man. He's cooking with Frisco. He's cooking with kerosene. He's blowing the house up over here. He's cooking with all type of natural gases and beyond. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Let me break this down. Energy, woo boy, cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Energy is power. Woo! Write this down. Let me get y'all on the full screen. Energy is power. Energy is power. One more time for the guy way in the back. Hey, put that taco down. It's 4th of July. You're supposed to have a rib in there. You know. Energy is power. Power is knowledge. Come on with it, boy. I'm tying it all together. When you have the knowledge, it equals power. Power is energy, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. So if you open up your pineal gland, oops, I'm talking too much. But if you open up your third eye, oops, I'm talking too much. If you open up your mind to be close to someone else with that knowledge, you got their power and you will also have their energy. So if you look around and if you surround yourself with like-minded people, you become the same other like-minded folks. If you surround yourself with millionaires, if it's 5 millionaires and you're the 6th person, you will be the 6th millionaire. That's why the inner circles, as you climb up, they get smaller because there's insight to knowledge, baby, that can give you power in order to get you started to move today. Come on with it. There's somebody, slap your neighbor. Tell them I'm getting some power today. Slap your neighbor and tell them I'm getting some energy today. You know, slap your neighbor and tell them, come on with it. Lord, yeah. I'm getting some knowledge. Yeah. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yes. Come on with it. Saying that if you are in the room with those who already done accumulated the knowledge over the years of experience, meaning that all of a sudden that it becomes contagious, that the power from what was manifested is now transferred to you. And now all of a sudden, the goodness and the grace of it all. Yeah, now I'm starting catching like Michael Irvin. Now I'm picking the ball off like Dion, you know. Now I'm running through the A or the B gap like Emmett. Yeah. And if you call Jimmy Johnson, maybe, just maybe, Shotty is going to start coaching like Jimmy. Come on with it, baby.
I got
Come on with it.
Love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you,
Yeah.
baby.
Shout out to you, Elijah. Yeah. Shout out to your new house. Is that a Robert family? Come on.
Got nothing but love for you, baby.
Yes, indeed. Boy, I need me a prayer cloth over here now. I need to wipe my forehead. I've been preaching. Where my prayer cloth at when you need one? But neither here nor there. Somebody says, hey, donations. Donation, boy. Hey, shout out to you, Robert Newhouse and them. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. The Newhouse family is in the building, man. I know you got a 44 jersey somewhere right there. Right there where you at. Come on with it, Jameson. Appreciate you. And I know the trolls are trolling in these chats. I know they trolling. Let me see what they got over here. Trying to rally up 60-year-old mans is wild. Oh, big old. Boy, I knew it. I can't make this stuff up. I just knew that the moment you talk anything about the Dallas Cowboys, here go these bird droppings, man. You know, here they go. Here they go right here. Big O, Eagle Scout Room. You know, they're going to clown this. They're going to talk bad about it. You know, Philly outside the salary cap era rings. You know, they try to sully and denigrate all of this stuff. Dudes watching Friday Night Lights. You know, yeah, that's good. Look at this. I know he an Eagle fan when I see one. Those players with those rings. Now he got to let that ring go, man. Yes, indeed, boy. Boy, they going to find some way to hate. Boy, them Eagles, man, they going to do their job. They going to do their job, boy. Them Eagles fans, boy, if anything that they going to do, they going to seek validation. They going to seek validation. They going to do anything and everything. They'll probably be, even though I'm off on my time slot as an Eagle fan right now, just ready to talk about something, right? There's an Eagle fan right now in the building. Yeah, Monte, hey, what you talking about?
Answered. I talk stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Yeah, still Super Bowl chance for now. Monty. Them boy, I went and got me a whole big time. Oh yeah. Them boys gonna laugh, man. They gonna laugh at us, man. That's one of the reasons why Cowboy fans. Shout out to the Eagles, though. Shout out to the Eagle fans that continue to apply pressure to the fickle Cowboy fans. Because at least we can separate the real Cowboy fans from the fake ones. Because they be like, hey, man, where you going, dog? Hey, man, I'm finna go in this building, man. What you doing, man? I got to cover up my star, man. I got to cover my star. Yeah, man, I'm at the checkout line. Like, dog, why you covering up your star? There's an Eagle fan in there, man. I don't feel like, you know. I'm like, no, embrace that star. I wear the star every day. Yeah, I wear the star every day. But at least we know who the real ones versus the fake ones. You know what I'm saying? They got some of the Cowboy fans been 30 years, 30 seasons. They fooling around, getting rid of their tattoos, covering it up. And I'm like, nah, man, represent your clique. You know, come on, represent your stuff around here, man. You know, yeah, it's their time to shine right now. But they haven't caught up with us yet. Oh, man, you see, that's the delusion. Man, hush your mouth, man. The person who spearheaded the delusional Cowboys take, he's a Knicks fan. The Knicks fans haven't won since the man had the hairline, Stephen A. Smith, in them. But I do like the aspect that we could talk about this now, because we moving. If y'all like what y'all hearing right now, let me know. And let's get this thing going.
Some conversations I don't want to be a part of. I kind of want to sit them out. I kind of don't want to do this, okay?
For context, they got 4 players, wide receivers. One got to go.
This one right here says one's got to go. You got Jet, you got CD, AJ, and Chase. Jet and Chase ain't going nowhere. I don't think we debating that. Are we debating that? I feel like I need to talk to Eagles fans, because, you know, y'all don't want a Super Bowl. Y'all got a little cocky. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys fans will be Cowboys fans, but do we have to question that Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are the top 2? I hope that's not something that we got to sit here and question, okay? So let's just eliminate them. They're not even part of this conversation, okay? So really, the ones got to go is between AJ Brown and CD Lamb. What we doing? Was we going based off of numbers, off of last year? We going based off of abilities? What are we doing? Cause CD cold, but AJ cold. But if I'm going based off of last year, AJ Brown might have to go. I know Eagles fans, but oh no, AJ Brown is not the best receiver in the league. It's either Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. So if I'm going with one, gotta go. Actually, no, because Super Bowl is a team sport.
Y'all hear what he's saying? Now, he's not a Cowboy fan nor an Eagle fan. He's just a sports guy.
Part of me wants to... I'm going to sit this one out. Y'all tell me which one. It's between A.J. Brown and C.D. Lamb, though. Which one got to go?
Where you going, dog? Where you going? You know, and every time I mention dog, down, George, down. Down, George. God, no. George, boy, he mad. All right, so that is a tough list. Jamar Chase is something special. Oh, yeah, he's something special. Oh, yeah, Jet Chase, oh, man, that's the only bank that's open up on Sunday. Jeez, that bank is open, boy. That Chase bank is open. Jamar Chase is nice. You know, he's nice. He's like a more athletic Dez, right? And he can high point the ball. He can, you know, he's like a Dez. He's Dez Bryant mixed with CD, if you can say it that way, right? Jamar Chase, I give him that. Now, I've seen games whereas Jay Jetta been shut down. I witnessed games. Like, he never got a chance to beat the Cowboys, you know, when he lined up across all players, you know, for some strange reason. I'm down to these 3 right here. And these 3 will be A.J. Brown, Lamb, and Jay Jetta. It is such a crazy thing to dismiss A.J. Brown off of this list. Shout out to my Mississippi boys. I do like his skill set, his physical size, his subtle speed and quickness. He can kill you on a slant, take it to the house. It is such a a situation where I'm not going to take away from A.J. Brown, but if you had a ball in the air and it's down to them three, A.J. Brown, Jay Jetta, and Lamb, I'm going with Lamb. I'm just saying. Now, Jay Jetta, I get it. There was a post out there. There's a post out there that I spoken upon because they just narrow it down to the three. And I spoke upon this one. And I probably have a whole lot of comments at me. And they said, start, bench, cut. And I know typically I'm going to get some knives thrown at me because I said start CeeDee Lamb. Because y'all already know I'm taking A.J. Brown up out of this situation. I said start CeeDee Lamb. Do whatever you want with the rest. In 2 career playoff games, Justin Jefferson have recorded 12 receptions for 105 yards. He is 0-2 in those playoff games. People give Jetta a lot of praise for what he do during the regular season. And that's just my thought. I haven't even read the replies, and I know they probably wearing my ass out in this particular situation. But they're going to talk about the quarterback. They're going to talk about the teams. But I never recalled a game in the postseason that Jay Jetta was just going crazy, just going nutty, And if he's that good, then he should give us something. He only had one of the damn playoff games that he went up against was the Giants, and he only had like 45 yards in that game. So when I'm talking about Jay Jetta, what people really don't go through the barrels of the conversation is, can you name me the game that Jay Jetta went up against? I'm talking about, in the regular season game that he went up against that was above 500 teams that he showed his ass off. Because on the mirror, if Jay Jetta played for the Cowboys, they will be saying these type of things. When do he show up when you need him the most? And I get it. I'm gonna get crucified for saying this, right? But why they don't ever break him down? Oh, he don't play with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. Because at the end of the day, what team did the Vikings played up against that was north of 500 that this dude was unguardable, unstoppable? Because now they do that to us, but they won't do it to anybody else. And let me see what they say. They probably beating my ass up over here on Instagram. Let me see what they say. They holding up that. You said a whole bunch of nothing. This is from somebody. The typical Cowboy fan. Yep. Start, Chase, bench, CeeDee, cut, Jefferson, Lamb. What happened to the rest of them? Okay, here goes some more replies. CeeDee ain't better than Jet nor Chase. And what has CeeDee done? He did a whole lot better than Jay Jetta. Laughing out loud, CeeDee Lamb has 1 playoff win. So much hype over the base of the regular season as well. But there's one more. You see how they move? You see how other people attack us? They don't want to argue the truths of it all. Now, granted, this right here, when we talk about the finite reasons of the number comparisons, I can literally look at Lamb and say that he done had about two seasons without his starting quarterback, and his numbers very much so way up there with Jay Jetta. Jay Jetta literally had probably 1 season, I believe, without his starting quarterback. 1 season, I believe. or a half of a season, something like that. And I'm not taking away Jay Jetta. I'm not taking that away. But give me Lamb. That's just who I'm fighting for. Watch what happened. And we know how archaic our system been. And we know what's been going on with us. Jay Jetta could, let me go over here. And I get it. But I'm just going to stand tall with what I believe in. That Lamb at 88. If you believe in 88, let me know. And that's why I'm not even putting Jamar Chase in the building. He's supposed to be the creme de la creme. He had Joe Burrows his entirety of his career, right? I don't think that they played, well, outside of that at one time that Burrows, no, they put in some guy named Browning, but he pretty much played good with his quarterback. All right, so Pittman states Jay Jetta could, but them playoff numbers are quite as quiet as a church mice. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting at right there. I love the classical debates of who's this and who's that, and it's just funny to me how things can be all misconstrued, and it's fun. It's fun to talk about those things. But at the end of the day, if it don't smell right, and you need to spray it around, and I just ask you to clean it first and see if you can apply what I'm about to go to make it smell better. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go, and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
Yeah, let's stay in control of your odor. I see you too, cool. We definitely going to open up the phone lines a little later into this show here. That is a dynamic topic there. We going to dissect that and get things going. But before we go into that, I just want to highlight this moment here with one of my guys who's been working with the elite D-line guru, and his name is Brandon Tucker. We call him B-Tuck around here. I know some people get it mixed up with J-Tuck, but it's B-Tuck. And we're going to, and I know you guys may have seen most of this already. I already have it circulating. And what the things that you want to see here is that burst, acceleration, getting upfield. Even though he's considered undersized as a 3-tech. Well, he's right at the right size for a 3-tech. But as a defensive tackle in general, he's not your typical 330 or 350 guy. He's a 3-tech. Their job is to penetrate B gap, not A gap, right? So I'm thinking that Osa Odighizuwa will have one of his best seasons, and he's been working with my guy B Tuck, and it's going to be a great thing for us, especially he already got paid. His mindset is already together, and he's ready for it for this season. He's in tip-top shape, man. Man got a full 6-pack, 8-packs, all of the packs, man, with him, and he's in very good shape. And I can't wait to see him for the 2025 season, and he's ready for it. One of the things that B-Tuck like to do here is to coach these boys up right and properly. Let me see if I can get that audio for what he's saying to do.
Hey, don't pause on that spin. I got you. Don't pause. Everything else is good. Just don't pause.
And what Tuck is saying is, and I want you guys to know this, a body in motion stays in what? In motion, all right? So if what he want to do is when you spin around, carry your weight, and continue to drive forward a little bit. And those are things that can help solidify a lot of things. Hold on. Go back to it again, sweetheart. Come on back to it when you get a chance. All right. And those are things that you want to. Too Cool states, switch the teams and let's talk. Switch the teams and let's talk. So, just like you said, right on time, Sadiq. see. Uh-oh. Y'all hear that? Ding! All right, you know. Also wants to be a captain. Appreciate you so much, Sadiq, for that. You got a chance to get a kid a little Roblox. Switch the teams and let's talk. If you were to put Lamb on the Vikings, oh, my God. You know what? Ooh! Let me go back to this right here. Baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Jamar Chase got T. Higgins. Right? A.J. Brown got Smitty in a running game, right? Jay Jetta got that other kid that was DUI'd and all this stuff, and he's really nice, too. They got a legit 3 wide receivers, and they had run game. Lamb had Brandon Cooks, who's 5'8", that people were waving off. The one time that Lamb really was cooking in 2023, but that didn't happen until they realized that everybody else was ancillary. But they were still trying to force the ball to Brandon Cooks. Lamb was really good when they had Amari Cooper next to him. And they got rid of it. Just Jordan Addison, appreciate you, DRTs, appreciate you. Jordan Addison, who's nice, you know. And they had run game. So Lamb is the only one. He's the only one that had to do it all by myself. You know, he had to do it all by himself. Let me know. Who's the other threat in Cincinnati? Go. You know, you will really say, yeah, T. Higgins ain't no one to sneeze at. Who's the other threat in Minnesota? You know, you can say the run game and Jordan Addison and them boys, right? And granted, what made Jordan Addison open for the one-on-ones is because they was rolling coverage Jay Cheddar way, right? They were bracketing Jay Cheddar, you know. So that's just for what it is. That's why Jordan Addison, he made them pay one-on-one. That Jordan Addison was killing them, boy, you know. Yeah, so now we get to see some of this. Yeah, we get some of this good stuff now, baby. We getting all of this good stuff now. We get all of this good stuff now, baby. Lamb had Aubrey. Addison was a first-round pick, too, wasn't he? No. Was he first or I think he was in second? I remember when they got Jalen Reagor. Did they get Jalen Reagor, too? They moving back over there to Minnesota? But that's a whole nother conversation because, you know, it's a whole nother conversation. But I do get the notions that people gonna throw knives at us. Oh, and he had Adam Thielen, you know, so he had a better start of his career, by the way, because of those additives, you know, that was added to his situation. Let me see what we got here. We're gonna do a little humor, and then we're gonna do this right. Hold on. This is how old school guy like in a good nature.
Hey, Chuck. Let me get you right back, man. I'm about to light this firework.
How old school, how old head light the firework.
What'd you say now, Chuck? Hey, you's a plum fool. And that's a for sure right on. Well, let me meet you right back. Okay. All right now. Shoot.
All right now. That boy burned up over there, boy. Everybody got an uncle like that.
That's all right there. Okay? Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's shit. That boy crazy as cat hair, man. Sometimes I be looking at these crazy videos, man.
Come on, you gotta get a little closer. A little closer. You good?
Why you got grandma and them out there like that?
Y'all better like the end of that thing. Get out of there, grandma. Get out. Oh,
Grandma, oh, ACL, MCL, heart attack, man. Why they do grandma like that? No, she ain't good, man. Get off that phone, man. Why you do grandma like that? She too old. She too old to be lighting fireworks.
You good?
She knocked me too. Come on, man. I know she can cook a mean. I know she can prepare a mean potato salad. I know grandma. Shoot, I know she can do a mean potato salad, but this is just crazy.
Get out of there, grandma.
Get out of there, grandma.
No, hold up.
Grandma, you good, man? Oh my gosh, man! Why would they do her like that, man? They just notoriously wrong for that, y'all. They super wrong for that, you know. They're just crazily wrong for it, man, to do grandma and them like that, y'all. And she's okay. Report states that she's okay. Now, let's say you got your dogs, man. And I need to know who's at fault right here, y'all. As a dog lover, animal lover, you got your dog, and you got some, I'm talking about some real dogs. Now they rolled over the dog. Now that dog learned a lesson. That dog learned a mindful lesson that not to get in front of a vehicle, but he had to learn the hard way. Now, if that happened to you and you got out your car to see the dog, and all of a sudden you got towed up by the dog, I'm going to tell y'all who you need to reach out to, by the way.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt, man. That's 214 or 817, and all of the threes you can dial. Now, I want some potato salad now. But, hey, you reach out to them, and they will take great care of you.
Cost.
When that's happening, whether it's a fender bender or you've been T-boned or rammed from behind, reach out to my people. Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. All it takes is that one call. That's all. Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. Now, my hotline for your mind is 657-390-7391. And if you can't call that number and you still want to contact them, visit frankelfirm.com, by the way. Yes, indeed. And devil eggs, I want me some devil eggs, though, from Grandma. Grandma, boy, she makes mean devil eggs. DRT states, is Mozzie or Jay Toya getting quality reps under B-Tuck? ? Don't Mozzie got to work on his head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Mozzie got a lot of things to work on. And to be 1,000 with y'all before we let my guy Too Cool on, to be 1,000 with y'all. B-Tuck is him. Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. What's the Michigan kid from who was drafted this year? White boy, I forgot his name, tip of my tongue. That we kind of Mason Graham. All of those boys. They come to Dallas to work with B-Tuck. What's the other guy that was Byron Murphy? The man got a great list of guys. And then I think Sam just signed up to work with him too. Shout out to Big Sam. So we got all of the resources here. But Mozzie has fallen into another other guy, Kenneth Grant. He also came down to work with B. Tuck from Michigan. But Mozzie and Tuck, I think that they didn't get a chance to work out with each other. And Marshawn Nealon work out with Tuck's. Boy, I'm keep on naming all of the folks. But what I'm getting at is that sometimes you got to want it that way. Or sometimes you get a trainer that you are used to and you work with that said trainer. Not saying that if Mozzie worked with B. Tuck that he's going to become Matabuke, because the dude, Matabuke, he also worked with B. Tuck. The guy that played, his name, Justin Matabuke, whatever his name is, that plays for the Ravens. All of these guys are top tier, right? And I'm not saying that Mozzie don't want that or don't want to work with him, but he got his own trainer, and sometimes that's just how it goes. Like Parsons got his own trainer. He don't work with Tuck. So there are some things that you would have to consider there. But I would love to really see Mozzie work with my guy over here. Let's go. I got my guy here that's from the 910 Too Cool UN. Talk to me.
Lord, what's good? Happy 4th, brother.
Happy 4th to you, fam.
Man, listen, man, I've been waiting on this topic. This is my cup of tea right here. Like, I tell people, if you know football, you know football. If you don't, then sit your ass down and get the lesson. If I take Jetta and put him on the Cowboys and put CD Lamb on the Cowboys, I guarantee you CD Lamb will annihilate all the yards that Jetta got right now with Minnesota. They was in the same draft. Yeah. Jetta got 1,100 more yards than him and 2 touchdowns more. I think CD Lamb got 38 touchdowns. Jetta got 40.
Right.
And Jetta got 1,100 more yards than him. Jetta is in a passing offense. Jetta is featured in that passing offense.
Yep.
Jamar Chase is in a passing offense. Yep. He's featured in that passing offense, right?
Right.
They say start one, bench one, cut one. If I had to start one, I'm starting CD Lamb. If I had to cut one, I'm cutting Jetta. If I had to bench one, I'm benching A.J. Brown. I'm not an A.J. Brown fan, but right. I tell people A.J. Brown and CD Lamb game to me, it kind of mirrors just a little bit. They just not really featured like that because of teams they play for. But I guarantee you take A.J. Brown and you put him on Minnesota, you'll probably get the same thing that Jetta doing. But I'm gonna change the dynamic.
Right.
Take Jetta and put Jetta on the Steelers with Justin Fields and Wilson them last year. Right? Now take Pickens and put Pickens on Minnesota Vikings with Addison. Who the number one? Pickens all day. Yeah. Right? Ooh. So I tell people this, man. We want it to be like a running thing in Dallas, but I'm sorry, it really ain't gonna be no running game in Dallas when you really start seeing what you got in them 2 receivers over there. Now see, Jamar Chase get to eat a little bit because you still gotta respect Higgins. Jefferson get to eat a little bit because you still gotta respect Addison. See, CD was eating, but nobody was respecting the other receivers, so they was doubling them. Now you gotta respect Pickens. So I take those duos over there in Minnesota, take the duo over there in Cincinnati, and I guarantee you, because I'm on the quest for saying Dak Prescott going to throw for 5,000 yards this year, and you've been hearing me say it. Mm-hmm. That man going to throw for 5,000 yards because that man got 2 dogs out there at receiver. And this when CeeDee Lamb first came to the league, everybody got to remember he came into the league with a dynamic route runner and Amari Cooper. When he was with Amari Cooper, everybody was screaming with CeeDee Lamb a number 1 receiver. I guarantee you, if Jefferson would have came to the Cowboys and Amari Cooper was on the team, they would have been saying the same thing about Justin Jefferson. But he went to a team where he was that dog, and they traded Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, come on. CD, man, you got to look at that man work, man. You don't see no videos with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson like CeeDee Lamb out here. CeeDee Lamb played 2 seasons without his quarterback, almost 50% of the season.
Yep.
2 seasons.
2 of them, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you take the starting quarterback out of Minnesota, you insert Sam Darnold, He good because it's a passing offense. It's a friendly passing offense. And they got a tight end. You could say top 5 tight end in the league right now.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So Dallas don't got that. So again, I'm starting CD Lamb over both of them.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Hey, I wish you had Instagram. You go over there and help me out on that. Yeah.
Man, just tell him, watch it. Tell them cats over there that do that. Tell Jefferson or Jamar Chase to stop going down the field. Tell Jamar Chase to do some post routes, do some reverses, do some slants, and stop catching the ball straight down the field. CD Lamb does it all.
Pause for a quick second.
Michael Moody, $20. Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback and is underrated and hated on the most in the NFL franchise and receives the absolute most hate on all of social media. They are the center of the attention in the NFL.
Yes, indeed, Moody. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yeah, he right, man. Dak Prescott is underrated and most hated, or hated. And I get it because what you see the most is what you're going to talk about the most, right? You still
there? You said it the other day, man. You said it the other day, and it's crazy. It's crazy. You give Jamar Jefferson his flowers. I mean, you give Jefferson his flowers. You give Jamar Chase their flowers. But when it comes to their quarterbacks, bro, they underperforming. But when it comes to Dak, because he got that stone side of his helmet, you can't give CD Lamb can't get his flowers, and Dak can't get his. Joe Burrow ain't been to the playoffs in what, 2 years now?
2 years now. He haven't been to the playoffs.
But they screaming he top 5.
And he's been perfectly healthy. Hey, yeah.
Bro, think about that. And here we are with the 4-letter and 3-letter networks having a conversation that if Patrick Mahomes don't get the team back to the Super Bowl this year, is it time to dethrone him from being the number 1 quarterback in the NFL when the man done been in 6 straight Super Bowls?
That's wow. He's 6 of them?
It's crazy.
Dang. I forgot about that.
But it's crazy.
It is crazy.
But you ready to dethrone him and give it to Josh Allen. And oh, by the way, for everybody out there that's screaming the Cowboys ain't did nothing in 30 years, I got a news flash. The last time the Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl, who did they play?
The Cowboys.
Oh, okay then. So we ain't been in 30 years. They ain't been in 30, right?
No, they haven't been in damn near shit.
Man, but
35 years.
They swear to God, Josh Allen, that dude. Josh Allen, that dude, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you right. Shoot. Yeah, you extremely right on that, bro. And that is a situation where I'm trying to fight the fight, and that is a good situation to talk about with A.J. Brown versus Lamb, right? Lamb versus Smitty, or Lamb versus Higgins, or Lamb versus what's the guy named Jamar Chase, or Lamb versus.
Hey, I got one better for you.
I
got one better for you. You got Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback on the Kansas City Chiefs. I got CD Lamb and A.J. Brown as his receivers. You got the Bengals. I give you Jefferson and I give you Chase. I guarantee you Patrick Mahomes gonna eat him alive. Patrick Mahomes, CD Lamb, and A.J. Brown versus Jamar Chase, Jefferson, and Burrow.
Yeah, I think that, the dynamics of Pat Mahomes is he's been working the middle of the field with Travis Kelce. Like, he is the de facto wide receiver there. And he forces teams to really play him in a weird spot because you can't put a linebacker on him nor a safety, right? And they know that. And that's what's been getting them above. But the problem is now is that Kelce is a little longer in the tooth. Maybe Taylor putting a little bit more on him than he can really digest, right? And it's one of those things that they have to have Xavier Worthy to emerge. And I'm praying that I hope that Amari Cooper don't go there because they're gonna do some crazy numbers if they get another threat on the outside of a tiny guy like Xavier Worthy. And of course, Rice kid, he's battling through all types. Rasheed Rice, he's good, but he's a true number 2/3. He's not a true number 1 in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he's a 2/3 too. Yeah, that's a good call. Xavier Worthy a 2. I don't think they got a number 1 yet.
They don't have a 1 yet. And I think do they still have Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood there. Hollywood not a 1 either.
He's not a 1. Yeah. He's
like a 2 to me. Like he's a slot or a 2.
Slider to the kid that they drafted. They thought that he was going to be a little bit better a couple years back. We was high on him too, Scott Moore or something like that. He's more,
Skylar Moore.
Yeah, he's more of a 2/3 as well. But when you have Travis Kelce, when he's healthy and younger, of course you can get away with that. So
you get away with that.
And then you had a number 2, number 3 defense in the league. You can get away with a lot. So the Chiefs is going to be a team that, believe it or not, everybody getting good in their division now. So it's going to be a real good season to watch the Chiefs and see what they're going to do for this year.
Nah, Law, listen, this is my last thing. This going to be a real good season. I just tell everybody, man, if you're really a fan of the Cowboys, man, just sit back and get ready to watch history. Dak need 1,200 yards before he passed Tony Romo. Tony Romo number 1 with passing yards. He like 300-400 yards behind Troy Aikman right now.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb on the verge of crushing the wide receiver record for Dallas right now too. Man, wouldn't it be so great if they go to the Super Bowl this year with them records? Now, if they go to the Super Bowl this year, then they pass 88, the true 88 and the true number 9 out there in Dallas. I think they cement themselves into the Hall of Fame right in Dallas. Rings of honor.
Yeah, they would definitely do that. And I hope Jerry can stay alive to see it all, man. I appreciate you for calling in, Chief. Good call from you, man.
Hey, no problem. Hold it down, Lo.
Will do. Gave me a nickname, dog. I'll be low for a second, but I feel you. I know you meant to say Law. Appreciate you again, Moody, for the super chat. I just think that this team, I don't want to outspeak the wisdom teeth. Not saying that we don't want to manifest things, and we talking Super Bowl in July. But if all I just need 2 things this team need to do: run the ball and stop the run. I'm good with everything else. If we can run the ball and stop the run. Of course, if we can remain healthy. Someone put in the chat earlier, 18 injuries. That's a lot of injuries. 18 injuries last season. Coaching a lame duck season. He hired his buddies so that they can be spies and watchmen for him, which you probably would do the same thing too, ladies and gentlemen, right? You finna get your walking papers. So, let me get Lean Kazine, Scott Tozine in the building, right, to be my quarterback coach. And let me get Jeff Blasco, who I helped his father out and all of this stuff when he was living and growing up. And let me also get Scott McCurley. There are people watching this show right now that have more qualifications than those guys. Outside of Tozine, he played for the Green Bay Packers back in the days as a qualities control guy and coach there, and he did a whole bunch of stuff as the backup of the backups there. But there's people that's watching this show right now that they got more qualifications than those guys. Not saying that we're going to put it on the coaches, but coaches elevates the room. I got 3 other callers, man. The late night callers here, man. I got Big Amish, man, from the 202. You're live in the building. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys, y'all?
Y'all. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about improvement.
Okay.
We're talking about that 1%.
Yeah, 1% daily. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1%. Now, you struck a nerve in me because Big Papa Amish would tell me as a young boy, those shoes they're not tied too neatly, tight. And I'm like, damn, why is he picking on me? But he was setting the tone. He was right. They look sloppy. Because if you start picking up those habits, he would say, look, your hair, if you're going to part your hair, make sure it's straight. Don't make it crooked. Look in the mirror. You smiling crooked, straighten it out. Your eyebrows a little too bushy, trim it.
Trim it.
So it's at a very low level of improvement that if you start doing those little things, all of a sudden you start looking at the bigger things, the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's contagious. Then you talk to your siblings or your friends and you say, oh, by the way, and it's not negative, although somewhat people take it, but it starts creating a contagious reaction. And if they pick up on it, then you could do some powerful things, amazing things. And that's where the team, I think you hit Son perfect. That's what that team needs. It needs that kind of insight where the improvement is at a low scale, but over the course of the season, you're going to get that 100% turnaround. We want it at the end of the season, where you're going into the playoffs. That's when that switch turns. So that's what I'm hoping for. I agree. I love that fact that you brought that up.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that. And improvement, we all need improvement in any part of our lives. So we want that for the Cowboys. And get them ready. Iron sharpens iron. Get them ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
We need that adversity, though. I want them at 10-7. That's what I want. I want a 10-7 season where they have to go through the adversity as a team. They could doubt each other, but in the locker room, they stick together and they realize it's us against the world.
Yeah.
And let them feed off of that. But they got to gel and become that unit that we know they're special. They got to show those special talents, and that's what the coaching staff too.
Most certainly, man. You're right on the money with it, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But let me hear you say it,
How
though.
about that? Yeah, here we go. How about them Cowboys? Y'all.
Y'all. Yeah, that's good, man. That man got a voice over there, y'all. Let me pull up Jeff Blasco just for the pulling up Jeff Blasco. Got Maximili with a super chat before I pull up Jeff Blasco. Let's go.
Max A. Millie $5. H4J. FF. Last time a first-year head coach won a Super was 1971 Colts versus Cowboys. It's Cowboys' turn this year. District of Columbia 4L.
Damn, and I said it never was a head coach first year to win one. And this man came with the facts, historical facts, too. So it's 71, so that's a many moons ago. Almost, 53 years ago. I'm just quick mathing it, but that's a long time. So yeah, let's see if we can make history repeat itself or something like that. And that would be nice, man, for all of that to happen. 1% daily. 1% daily, and things should be solidified here. This Jeff Blasco right here, reading over his resume. Let's do this. Let the AI speak on it, and to showcase that he's a tight end coach for the Jets, it speaks very crazy volumes of what I was saying last year. Come on, let it. Yeah, and he tried to teach running backs how to run.
Jeff Blasco becomes part of the Jets family after working with HC Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys offense last season. He began his NFL coaching career with McCarthy as Green Bay's coaching administrator in 2016. He became the Packers' assistant offensive line coach, 2017 to 18, then spent the 2019 season with the Cleveland Browns. He reconnected with McCarthy with the Cowboys and was the team's assistant offensive line coach, 2020 to 22, before being promoted to offensive run game coordinator on running backs coach, 2023 to 24.
You see a lot of one-year deals on there. Now, sometimes people look at 1 years, and they say, either you good. But what the hell was the qualifications to say that he was promoted? It says in 2020 to 2022, before being promoted to offensive run game coordinator. Dog, what give you the gravitas to be promoted? I'm just not beating him up, but I am. I got the 215. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com.
What's up, Lord? It's your boy, Hoodie Kush with the Basement Boys. How you, bro?
Been good, man. Why your name in here like Clark, though? What's up with that? That's a new number?
Oh, wow. It reverted. This is my actual cell. This is my personal number.
Oh, okay. They giving you your government name. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Hood Quavius, man. I was gonna give you your intro, but it's all good, fam. What you got for me, man?
We're talking about improvement. Improvement for this team, I think this season is at least a berth to the playoffs. That's improvement from last year. Let me caveat. Let me put that in there. From last year.
From last year, yeah.
Okay? From 18 injuries to hopefully a few this season, I see a playoff berth. Now, what they do with said playoff berth, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not really expecting much. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about improvement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about improvement, that would be an improvement from last year.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's keep in mind, a healthy Dak Prescott is consistently in the playoffs. There's probably five quarterbacks on each side of the NFL that are consistently in the playoffs. Dak Prescott is one of them. He is consistently in the playoffs, even in spite of coaching. He is consistently in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that like you were talking about Jeff Blasco.
Right.
There is nothing on his resume that says that he should be coaching running backs. Nothing on his
Nothing on there, man.
Okay.
Yeah. He got let go. He got let go. Now he's over there at the Jets. As a tight end coach.
Exactly. So like, I did a deep dive on Shotty a couple of days ago. It's a video that I'm working on. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because I want to save some for the viewers. But from what I saw, digging deep on Shotty, he's always been even keeled.
Right.
He's probably had 2 or 3 seasons in his tenure where he was well above average. Other than that, he's been even keeled.
Right.
Now, that's not to say that with this coaching staff that we have, we can't be more than above average. Okay?
Right.
One thing that I like about Shotty is he understands that he is not the smartest man in the room. He gets it. Now he got the guys that he got. The top linebacker coach from college. Right. One of the top wide receiver coaches from college. You know what I'm saying? One of the top 3 offensive line coaches now is your OC in the league last season. This is last season.
There you go.
This is last season. Okay? Does anybody remember when Arizona went to Philadelphia and ran ruckshot over them? I do.
Yeah, you do.
You know who was the offensive lineman coach? The guy we got as the OC, Clayton Adams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell Cowboys fans, don't get excited. I want you to be excited. I want you to be excited at the possibilities. There are many of possibilities with this team, from coaching staff, from what the front office has done in the offseason, to what coaching staff that we have and the changes that they're making. You heard about the interview with Duke Manyweather. You saw that they're in line with each other.
Yeah, on the same page.
So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's extra coaching for these guys, even when the coaches can't touch them. You know what I'm saying? So once we get everything in order, it's not about what big name we can get. It's not about that. It's not about that. We got enough big names on this team. We don't need to have another big name on this team that's not going to produce. Jonathan Allen, did he really produce last season?
Nope.
No. He was injured most of the season with a pec injury.
Yeah, man.
Who were they looking at? Jair Alexander. Everybody was saying Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
He was injured. Most of the time, he's injured. So, how much production were you planning on getting out of these guys? I got you. No problem.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to understand that this team, every team is different every year. Let's just take our time, wait and see. Let's get to training camp and get it going.
No doubt, man.
That's all I got to say.
Let them know who
it's
you
your
are.
boy Hoodie Kush. It's your boy Hoodie Kush, aka Aquavius Cushington of the Basement Boys. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me at YouTube on the Basement Boys. I want y'all to have a great night. Happy Independence Day to everybody, And how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? That's my guy, man. Hoodquavius Cushiton. You know, oh my gosh, man. You got to love that, man. And he got over 50 subscribers now. He had called in earlier this week and needed to have a more subscribers so he can go live longer, right? So shout out to Hoodquavius. He's right on the money with all what he's saying. And you got to look at it. You got to allow these people to cook, too. You got to allow them to cook, man. Cowboys Trey says, Mike got coaches for comfort and familiarity. Shotty got coaches for innovation and leadership. The difference between the two. Live here on Cowboys Nation, Law Nation Sports. The Fan. Why they be growling? The Fan. But neither here nor there. Hey, have y'all ever had some Chinese food and thought about this, though, right here?
I don't know what it is, but every time I get Chinese food, after 3 or 4 bites, I start to wonder, is this really chicken? And I know it's never chicken. I know for sure it's not chicken. I know it's not. Just by the look of it. I know it's some type of bird. Potentially pigeon or something.
Oh my mama, nigga, she is not lying. Like, what? 3 bites in? What the fuck is this?
Hey, both of them telling the truth, man. For real. Hey, we do it all the time, bro. Yeah, let me get the orange chicken and the rice, you know. Hey. Put the shrimp fried rice in mine with the orange chicken, you know? And the egg rolls. And, man, let me get a wonton, man. The cheese wontons be going hard. You be eating all type of stuff, but it ain't what it is on the menu. Yes, indeed, she eating that Garfield menu. Now, to be fair, that to be real now, let me go back to this.
Like, I'm chewing it in mystery, nigga.
All right. To be fair, now that's a terrible Chinese plate, man. What? Look. What I like to look carrots and peas and mines, man, and the rice separated a little bit. That look like dirty rice, don't it? Yeah. And I'm different, y'all. I love to eat with a real fork. It's just something about a real fork. That's a whole nother conversation. But I always travel with a fork and a spoon. I like to eat with a real fork and a spoon. That's just crazy. I'm weird like that. But, yeah, you can tell by the texture that ain't chicken. Like, that's too dark right there to be chicken, you know. But, yeah, eating Spam and stuff, yeah. Yeah, that's a terrible plate, man. I do like the hibachis better. Matter of fact, while I'm talking about hibachi, I may do hibachi tomorrow or something like that. That's tofu, fam. What is that, jambalaya? You know, gas station Chinese food. I never had gas. Look, don't y'all be eating gas station food. And no, unless it's from Mississippi. If it's in Mississippi, one of them gas stations, they had the best chicken. They had the best chicken in them damn gas stations there. And them corn nuggets. Yeah. The corn nuggets and chicken from and them jalapeno poppers. Yeah. But don't be eating gas station sushi. You know, don't eat gas station sushi. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your body. You know, add rice and bean sitting in the heat, sitting on the heat lamp. Yeah. Yeah. Seabass says hibachi, shrimp, and steak. Law. Oh my. Yeah. And when they be cutting it up, yeah. And they make the little train with the smoke up out of there. Yeah, the kids love it. Everybody love it. Because you can see them cooking. Yeah. You be looking the whole time. And then and the one thing I don't, oh yeah, and Buc-ee's, man. Shout out to Buc-ee's. I ain't gonna hate them. Chicken Express be hitting. What's the other place? They build one right down the street from me. Is it Panda Express? Yeah, they pretty good too. Yeah, they pretty good, you know. Since we're talking about food away from barbecue and all this stuff, you know. And, you know, sometimes it be good, man. You just got to make sure You got to make sure you divulge in or eating the right flavorings and food and stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy when you think about it. Good tacos at a gas station. No. There is a off of 67. There's a taco place at a gas station that's really good off of Highway 67. But man, I'm talking about them tacos good. And them tacos good. You know, some places, Panda Express, yeah. But yeah, it's certain places you got to go. But as a person who crave Chinese food here and there, I do like the wontons, the cheese wontons. How do you say it? I hope I'm saying it right. But egg foo young, shrimp fried rice. I like them. Put a little soy sauce on mine, low sodium. I'm telling y'all all low vibrational foods, by the way. And I know somebody said, no, Fuse City. Yeah, Common Sense Lab, my dog, man. Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Fuse City tacos are the truth, man. They're the truth. Them street tacos, street tacos are good. Yeah, boy. Don't get tacos from the gas station. It's just the certain ones. Now, them food trucks, let me tell you something about Dallas. They don't have a lot of these in Mississippi outside, unless you're outside of the club or something like that. Them food trucks in Dallas, ooh, they would change your life out here. These food trucks, man, but they be multiple different locations. Sometimes you hear the food truck up, be like, man, that was good. And they don't care. It could be some Mexicans. It could be the little people with the dot on the front of their head. They be making some good food, man. Them food trucks in Dallas go hard, y'all. It's just that, sometimes it's hard to catch them, especially Willie Earl and them. That barbecue, them rib tips, I'm talking about succulent, Yeah. I hate when you go to the Chinese buffet after 2 plates, here comes the fortune cookie. Yeah, they ready for you to leave. Yeah. And some all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, they say, hey, only one time you get them crab legs. They put a limit on them damn crab legs, man. Don't sleep on Dallas food trucks, I promise. Yeah, Common Sense. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe some, I don't eat fufu and all of that stuff, but, man, there's some Africanized food trucks around here, too. And that it be some good stuff, man. You be like, man, that's some good food right there. Boy, y'all can tell I need to start Law Nation Foods, Law Nation Eats or something like that. I'm a foodie a little bit. But, man, did we have a good time today? Impromptu show late at night. Let you know I'm the only man in the castle over here. All my brethren all the way on the other side of the world. Normally, days like this, I go travel on the road to go see moms and them. But not having moms, man, on holidays and times like this, boy, you be like, dang, boy, I miss having communion or gathering together with the family. I do, but that's just how it is, man. You got to start your own tradition, I guess. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, everyone is listening. Maybe one day I have a cookout and I invite all of you guys out, and whoever show up, y'all just show up, right? Grab you a plate. I would say bring a potluck, but, people might have cats in their kitchen. You can't eat everybody's food, right? You're like, hey, that's my cat right there. He's okay. His name is Tom. And he just in the kitchen. And then you be eating spaghetti. You're like, oh, what is this? And it's spaghetti. Oh, it's just cat hair. Can't do it. Won't do it. That's why we don't do potlucks anymore. We be like, hey, who put the raisins in the potato salad? Becky, what you doing with that? Oh my God, let me leave them potato salads alone. Hey, who put celery in the spaghetti, man? They don't go. Now, I can understand olives, but what's the deal with the celery? What's going on? What tradition is this? Can't eat everybody's food, man. Hey, why this rib still bleeding? Well, you're supposed to eat. Nah, dog, put mine back on the grill. Smoke the meat. Don't let the flame hit the meat. You're supposed to smoke it, you know? Not everybody can cook, y'all. Yeah, get them up out of the cookout. Yeah, not everybody welcome to the cookout. Not everybody. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation, we see some crazier things happening in this world. Raisins in a potato salad is crazy. Wow. Smoke the meat for real. Yeah, Seabad, you know what I'm talking about. I know Seabad know how to cook. Brian Smith says, I feel your pain. Traditions being broken because of loss of family. Mama! Dear mama, don't cry. Your baby boy's doing good. Tell them homies I'm up in Dallas and they do got hoods. I seen the show with Marvin Gaye last night. It had me shook different peppermints now. With Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke. But neither here nor there. On my way out, I really love y'all. Appreciate y'all. To the moon and back. Independence Day. Regardless of what side, or you can say 15 days from Juneteenth. Or we can talk about Turtle Island. Or we can talk about America. Or the Aborigines of these United States. Or we can talk about the world in general. Or we can go beyond the ice wall. But regardless of whether I'm born on this date, I'm a 1900s guy, I know I'm old, or I'm the new of the 2000s guys. Or if the grand creator can help me live to 3,000, you know, however that saying will go. We silver and blue. We gonna stay true. This lifetime or the next, we gonna ride or die for our boys. They can be stuck at 5 for 50 years. We still gonna be here. We're not gonna show wood because I don't want that as my troops. I don't want that as my story. We gonna figure out a way, ain't this right, Shot? We gonna figure it out. We are. And if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices only turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother our rival brother, rover brothers, the morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you should never call them a friend or family, because they bend the lies around the truth to meet their end, Cowboy Nation. And I ain't ready to go yet. I ain't ready to go yet, because mama said, baby boy, you know I love you. I said, yeah. Say that Les Brown quote at the end, the one I like, and I'm gonna do it just for it. So y'all hold tight. It's all about the heart, soul, and sinew of your mind. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you all hold everything tawdy or cheap, and life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you would gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, and that's right, Rico, Seabass, Newhouse, Coyote, Brandy, and anyone else that's listening under the sound of my voice, Pittman, go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body and brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, we are next on the deck. We gonna get there. Just like Kai Cenat, even though he's young enough to be my son. He went from making $9K in 2019, and look how the Lord Almighty, just by him going after the things he wants, $14 million empire by 2025. He rose from humble beginnings. You can be next. That's watching Cowboy Nation, and anyone else that does this content. Let's get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get on up out of here. If we offended anyone today, can you just be offended? Come on with it. Yeah. Let's roll with it, baby. I wake up,
flex, thumb down that check, no drip this,
tell them run it up.
No sleep,
no sleep, baby.
Might
no
crash,
rest.
might wreck, but first I
stretch,
tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that
come
check,
on.
no drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Come on.
Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Don't hold me now, baby.
I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
Yeah.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGregor.
Shout out to you.
First one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Can't call all lazy.
I
put in hours, baby.
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Come on, baby.
I wake up,
law,
thumb down that
nation,
no drip this,
tell her run it up.
No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch,
tell her run it up.
Come on,
I wake up, flex,
come on,
down that check, no drip this,
tell her run it up.
No sleep, no rest, might crash, might
what we tell them, baby? Don't let me
stretch, tell her run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip with
Philly. Come on.
I call him Niger, he'll come through in a hurry.
He'll come through in a hurry.
Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting burned.
They getting burned September the 4th.
Who used to love playing those games.
Yeah.
Made some bad decisions that
peace
brought
out,
my mama
Newhouse.
pain.
Shout out to you, Pittman.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change.
What we do?
I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
LAW.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I
stretch,
tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip this, tell them run it up.
Come on.
No sleep, no rest,
shout out to I Am Awake. I see you.
First I
stretch,
tell them run it up.
Let's get it, baby. Let's slow it down for you. The longest outro in the land, that's appreciated by most and tolerated by some, but neither here nor there. We celebrate regardless of the situation. Let's get it. Pull your drinks out. Let's pop them champagne bottles and let's chill.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Some people wait for this part of the show. They say, I just tune in for the outro. Save the last bite for you. I'm greedy. I might eat that last bite, though.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby. It's danger.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Slapping them cheeks on. Come on. Oh, my bad, I was live still.
I follow wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. 7 years of the perfect love, 7 more and another one.
may be all. I'll follow wherever you go. Whatever you do, play it too. Come on, choir.
If a paper crane can fly,
if it can fly,
then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
And remember, sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies. Yeah, come on. The world's longest outro in the land. Brought to you by Frenkel Firm. Mando. Be in control. Stay in control. With the bass.
Happy 4th of July from Law Nation Sports. While the fireworks light up the sky, we're keeping the heat on NFL coverage, especially when it comes to America's team. Here are 5 reasons to like and subscribe to Law Nation Sports right now. Unmatched Cowboys coverage. From film breakdowns to insider news, no one brings you closer to the Dallas Cowboys like Law does. Real-time fan engagement, live call-in shows, instant reactions, and raw, unfiltered takes you can't get anywhere else. Football IQ on Full Display Law goes beyond the surface, teaching fans the X's and O's like a coach on the mic. Grit, passion, and dedication. Whether it's off-season or game day, Law Nation stays grinding for the fans by a fan. Positive vibes and community. Join one of the most passionate football families on the internet, where your voice matters. If you love football, the Cowboys, or just keeping it real, hit that subscribe button and ride with the nation.
Can stop me, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, it's an evil world we live in. I follow, no need to say. And they understand the cost. Where we are heading now, babe. I follow, told me it was to the edge of it all. So tell you.
Is when you chop my dope down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, and then you call it blue magic.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting
and they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna lead together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed.
Law Nation. This is from C Base. Law, my daughter and I appreciate the longest outro we rockin' out.
Thank you so much, C-Babe. Or Bass.
Me to plant a seed of $100.
We still the boys, baby. Tell your daughter we said hey. And thank you. And thank everybody that's watching, that's locked in.
Giving electronically, or you even giving tangibly. Bring them baskets.
Bring them baskets.
I want to see the folks.
You want to see them folks.
Start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the, take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
No doubt, no doubt,
Giving
no
is
doubt,
worship.
no doubt,
This
baby.
ain't the time to talk.
This ain't the time to talk and get up and
1,000
walk.
people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
You know you got to pay
That's it.
some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's get on up out of here. One day at a time. Let's continue to grind,
Law
baby.
Nation, this is Domink Pittman. Happy 4th AI Tesha. Thank you, Dominka.
Oh, wow, man. Wait, what y'all got going on? Hey, wait a minute. Now. Are you trying to take my AI away from me? Are you trying to take my AI away from me? Let me get on up out of here. Yes, indeed. DC for life, not for short. Peace. We about.
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close, yeah. Original they never will be.